Hello. Okay. We're live. I think there's a little lag, but yeah. Hmm. I'm just testing out stuff, streaming. So yeah, let's get going. You guys probably don't see this, but okay. So I mean, if you don't know, I'm Raj, and on YouTube, I sort of I don't know what do I do, but yeah, today I'm just trying out streaming. So in my college days, I used to play this game, ATC, air traffic controlling. It's a CLI based game and it's pretty stressful. So yeah, I'm just checking out how the stream goes out, and I thought that that would be a good candidate to check out on the stream. Huh. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on the software right now, but anyway, let's just get over with the game. Uh, it's it's BST games. If you don't know how to install it, so by the way, I'm using WSL. So any Linux based terminal. I don't know if it's there on PowerShell. You could probably use PowerShell as well, but yeah. So uh, just install BSD games, and you have etc on your shell. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, I'm out of touch. Yeah, should be a pretty quick install, and it's a fairly stressful game. Up until then. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I haven't been posting regularly because yeah, I got a cold. I had a cold. I'm okay right now. And if you noticed, I also lost my beard. By lost, I mean I took it off. Uh, by took it on off, I mean I trimmed it. Yeah, I trimmed the beard. I didn't lose it or take it off. Yeah, I trimmed the beard because I don't know, just cause. Probably I'll stay with this look for some while. Uh, but yeah, I think the guys who are like yeah looking at my videos regularly and they've seen stuff. They probably won't recognize me right now. But yeah, it's me, the same guy. It's Raj. It probably also feels weird uh, to see me express myself completely because like the beard masks a lot of it. So yeah, let's start. Until okay, yeah, I think we're done. So let's talk about the game a little. I mean, air traffic controlling. It's a CLI based game, so you have a 2D frame. What am I doing? Let's just play the game and you'll know. So all right. I think we should go to a lighter theme for better visibility. Yeah, I think this should be good. All right, let's go. Uh, yeah. So some initial steps of the game. I'll probably let stuff fly around and explain it as I go. Okay, right. So you see this A, right? This A7 going somewhere. That's a plane, and A is its name, and 7 is its altitude. So ATC basically is like air traffic controlling. This is your airfield, and you see a lot of things going on about right here. So there's these two things. The one with carrots are airports, and yeah, these numbered edges are exits of the airport, entries and exits. So okay, there's another plane coming in right now. And what you have to do is just with the keyboard, you have to command the airplanes and stuff, coordinate them, and send them to their respective locations. So right now, A7 wants to go at exit 6. So it's pretty much that way. So I should go do like something like to write a command, I just go A, turn left. I'm sending it towards 6 now. And B has to go to 0. So I'll say B, turn up at beacon 0. So yeah, you can see there's different levels of complexity for the commands and stuff. And one more thing, when you exit a particular a strip or an exit, you have the altitude as 9. And there's another collision factor. Is that if two planes are within one step radius of each other, and they are at an altitude difference of within plus minus 1,000, or like okay, so the 7 here is 7,000 feet, but a plus minus 1. So if there's A7 and B8 or B9 B6 adjacently, they'll collide. So you have to adjust the altitudes as well of the planes. So let's see, B is going to exit pretty soon, right? So we'll say B altitude 9. So over each time step, B will start climbing to B9. Yeah, it'll exit the exit 0 accordingly, very conveniently. And let's send A a little down, A turn 225. So that turns A little diagonally. Uh, okay, we got a C coming in now. Let's see. Okay, let's first A altitude 9. So it doesn't collide. A turn right, left completely. So it'll exit at 6. And by the way, okay, so there's some stuff happening here. So if you see on the right side, you can also ignore stuff. So now we know that A and B are going to go to their exits respectively. So you just type A ignore, it hides it. B ignore, it hides that too. Now, okay, let's see. Okay, C wants to land at an airport, A0. So it wants to land at this particular airport. There, at every airport you have to land at an altitude of 0 airstrip. So you have to land at an altitude of 0. So you send it to an altitude of 1 or 1,000 feet up until you reach the airport, and right at the moment when it's going to land at the airport, you have to set it at 0. So there's a lot of stuff being held at airport 0 and airport 1 as well. If you see that thing, so to launch something from an airport, you just set it to altitude that is non-zero. So let's see, C is going to land at 0, right? So let's whatever's being held at D, what is being held at A0, let's just launch that D altitude 9. Okay, that has to go at exit number 7. That's there. Okay, all right. And if you say you want to skip steps or like speed stuff up, if you have nothing much to do and like stuff is aligned to go to its places, you can just do that with enters, multiple enters. Okay, there's an F coming in as well. F wants to go to altitude airport 0 again. Wow. Okay, I see. Now C and F, if they would have been a little closer, you could also circle some planes. I probably don't need it now, so I'll not talk about it right now. Okay, okay. For now, I guess I'll focus a little. Let's clarify a few things first. There's some stuff coming in that I need to take care of. So C altitude 0, that means it'll land on the next step. It landed. Cool. H. There's an H waiting at airport 0 again. And F also wants to go to airport 0. So let's launch H. And by the way, if you notice, like the smaller letters are like smaller planes, so they move a little faster. And yeah, the bigger planes move a little slower. H wants to go to exit 2. Okay, high altitude 9. Damn it. Okay, so there's a quick exit to the game. If you see, F was going to land at airport 0, so I launched I, and F was at altitude 1. I launched at the same time step at altitude 0. So within the bounds of plus minus 1, I collided with F. So that's the thing. There the game ends. And yeah, that's my high score, 85. Now that I've shown you the basics of the game, you can also read the manual. I mean, just type in man ATC, and yeah, there you go. That's the manual. But then who reads the manual, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't think even I read the manual. I don't know. Probably the kind of guy that reads the manual, so I might have. So there's a whole bunch of commands that you can. There's a grammar to it, if you know what I mean. So you can address the plane by the letter. So all of it is addressed by all commands start with the name of the plane. You're either launching it to an airport, launching it from an airport, landing it to somewhere, setting it at some particular altitude, or turning it in some direction. And that's okay. The plane is your subject. Then there's a verb. So altitude 9 is it's an action. Setting it to altitude 9. Turn towards. So again, that's an action. You cannot control the speed of the plane. There are probably advanced simulators that probably allow you to do that. I'm not aware of them right now. I think there's a lot of reinforcement learning algorithms as well that are being trained on ETC. Uh, I guess if you look at some, yeah, probably search it on GitHub. There might be some RL projects being done on ETC with some more complex action space out there and more intricate angles of stuff. I might even do one of my own on this, like the simpler version. I guess that could be a good toy project. Uh, yeah. So let's break down the grammar of the commands. There's let me pull up Emacs for this. Uh, did I? Yeah. Okay. Hope you can. Uh, okay. So what I'm gonna do right now is explain this man page as a grammar of the commands. So let's go. And then finally we'll play a serious game where I'm like serious and not explaining stuff. And probably just commenting on what I'm doing. So I guess that should be fun. My high score is probably like 20 minutes. I don't I don't remember. It's been some time since I played it. So yeah, let's go. Uh okay, let's okay. Uh let's open the scratch buffer. All right. Uh, yeah. So every every command in ATC starts with a plane, an action, and probably an auxiliary. Yeah. Okay. An action can be uh let's write down a very basic grammar. This is not okay. I'm not being completely computer scientific here, if you know what I mean in terms of grammars and stuff. But yeah, I'm just like making a hackish explanation. So an action can be a base action plus an optional uh, adjective to the action. All right. So yeah, let's look at some basic commands. So for example, there's a plane named A, and an action can be a turning action to a direction. It can be uh, turning to an exit. It can be turning. You can also delay turns. So delay turns are action. So or altitude climbs at a particular beacon. So beacons act as checkpoints. So sort of a prepositional adjective. I don't know, probably something like that. Beacons. So you can say something like turn to beacon, turn to exit 9 uh, at beacon 1. So this is a very valid command in ATC. It allows you to program your plane for a short while. So that's there. And ignoring. Okay, once something is on its way, you'd probably like to ignore it, unless of course you want to avoid, you of course want to like avoid collisions. So do keep that in mind. So you just put in your plane name and ignore. That's it. And at a moment in time, you will not have the same letter in its lowercase and capital case, uppercase. Because yeah, convenience. So you don't have to. It's all small case. You don't have to use the caps lock or shift anytime during the game. There's that, and yeah. So anytime you want to like hold a plane somewhere, you can like ask it to circle. So just a simple command as a circle will make the plane a circle there. And do keep in mind that every plane has a limited amount of fuel. So you should prioritize what needs to be sent out first. I think whenever something is low on fuel, it gets an asterisk next to it. Uh, probably read the manual if you'd like to know more about that. And yeah, and when you also want to say like launch stuff from airport, you just set it to an altitude of greater than zero, a altitude something greater than zero, and to airport. You want to land stuff to airports. What you do is just set up. Okay, first get to altitude 1 before you land and set altitude 0 right before you land. Yeah, should be in the same direction. Plane should be, wow, untyped, huh? Be moving in the same direction. Wow. To land. Otherwise, it crashes. So, more on crashes. When multiple planes are in the radius, in the three-dimensional radius of one from each other. So by three-dimensional, I mean like there's a field, so that's the 2D part, and there's an altitude. So if there are the same altitude or within plus minus one of it, and they're at like say one block away to any of the eight directions on the 2D strip, they crash, and that's when the game ends. Or if the fuel supply ends off a particular plane, it crashes on the ground, and that's when the game ends. Or if you try to land on an airport where a plane is already loaded, that's a crash. That's when a game ends. And if you exit a plane through a wrong exit, other than like where it wanted to go, that's also when a game ends. If you if you exit at the wrong altitude, it should always be 9. That's when the game ends. And I think do keep in mind that smaller planes like small caps, small case planes move faster than uppercase planes, exactly twice the speed. You can skip time steps with enters, and I think we're ready to play now. I've given the basics. I think let's play. Let's watch it in action. Okay. Uh, all right, let's go. We got an A and it needs to land at airport one. So A altitude one right away. E turn, yeah. We got a B as well and needs to go to exit 5. It's pretty far away, so I won't worry about it right now. Okay, we got a C coming in to 4. Let's worry about A right now. E turn there. And B can be sent yeah. And B can be ignored. Just remember to keep C at the proper altitude. We got a D at airport 0. So do D altitude 9. Let's launch that. And it needs to go to 7. So D turn there. That's fine. Now C. C needs to go to exit 4, right? Let's align it properly and send it directly downwards. C turn down. Yeah. C altitude 9. Now it'll go away properly, so that's nice. D turn there. Okay. We got a E in and it needs to go to 3. Let's deal with that a little later. C is gonna go to its own place, so let's ignore that. We're gonna land A first, and then we're gonna send D correctly. A altitude 0. A altitude no 0 0 0. Yeah. Okay, I missed D. D turn there. D ignore. Yeah. We got a G at 0 that wants to go to exit 0. E at exit 3. So let's send E downward. E altitude 9. F at exit 6. Okay, we missed that window. F turn. F altitude 9. E turn there. I think E can be F turn there. F, yeah. I guess we're fine now. Cool. So F can be ignored. E can also be ignored. They're going their own ways. Now let's deal with the airports. G wants to go to exit 0 and it's at airport 9. G altitude 9. Exit 0. Okay, return there. I wants to go to exit 0 again. I turn. Okay, let's use the beacon here. I turn up at beacon 0. So yeah, there you go. I will go its place. If you can see the command, I turn 0, turn towards 0 or turn up at beacon 0. So you've programmed I to go to its own place. I'm not going to ignore it right now because G might collide with it sometime. I don't know. I think it's safe to ignore it. I send G to exit 0. It's faster, so it'll reach there before I and like yeah. So I can ignore G as well, and I can set I to altitude 9 and ignore that as well. That's good. Ah, okay, we got two holdings at airport 1. Let's launch H first because it came first. H altitude 9. It wants to go to 7. H turn, yeah. Alright. K exit 0. Okay. K turn left. Let's see if we can actually send in K before I. I think things are getting a little stressful right now. Let's circle K. Let's be safe. L to exit 7. Okay. Okay. Things are getting a little tense. L exit 7. Okay. I turn there. L altitude 9. Okay. I see. Uh okay. L altitude 7 because I don't want it to collide with H. So I guess that's a save. M also needs to go to 7. Okay, that sucks. Let's send it right behind L. We'll do that. L turn up. L turn there. L altitude 9. M turn there. H turn up. Okay, we got a lot of holdings right now. O comes in and wants to go to exit 0. O turn up at beacon 1. That's sorted. Okay. M turn up. M turn there. M altitude 9. H turn up. Turn there. K might be running out of fuel. Yeah, I see the asterisk there. O altitude 9. K altitude 9. And there's a lot of holdings at airports as well, so that's not good. P needs to go to exit 5. P turn down. P turn up. K ignore. H ignore. Q needs to go to exit 0. Let's send Q to the diagonal because P will also be coming in at that particular altitude. P turn left, P turn, yeah, P turn left, P altitude, P altitude 9. R needs to go to exit 7. Okay, R turn up. Q turn up. Q altitude 9. Safe to climb now. P can be ignored. R goes to exit 7, right? R turn there. S goes to exit 4. S turn. Let's send it downwards so that doesn't collide with R. R altitude 9. O can be ignored. R turns once. R turns twice. Let's deal with the airports right now. Yeah. S altitude 9. We will deal with that soon. Let's go. Let's launch J first. J altitude 9. J turn there. So if you can see, J might not be able to reach 3 before it hits altitude 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it will. So that's fine. Yeah, it will reach 7, 8, 9. So J is out in altitude 9. It needs to go to what? Exit 0 and turn there. Okay, there's S turn. You're gonna send S to exit 4, right? Is it aligned? Yeah, I think S is aligned now. N goes to 0 and turn up and ignore. S ignore. Okay, so let's launch T. Goes to 6. I'm gonna wait till it reaches that upper line and send it to 6 then. Okay, we got a V now. That also goes to 6. I think the T and V can be sent back to back. T turn T T turn left. Yeah. Yeah. V altitude 9. So it's safe because they're distant from each other. We can send them at the same altitudes out there. So T ignore, V ignore. Okay, let's deal with the airports again. U altitude 9 goes to 3. Same as something that we saw before U-turn. I think it was J. So yeah, should be fine. We'll reach there with an altitude 9. W altitude 9. Okay, let's go. W goes to exit what? 0, right? W turn there. Cool. There's a lot of planes. X goes to exit 2. And Y goes to exit 0. Okay. 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 W turn to left. I don't want it to collide with V. Okay. It's getting a little messy right now. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. If you see, Y collided with Z. Right. And I lost. But I took like 20 planes to safety. I think I'll make a bad ATC, an air traffic controller. I'm just like too casual with stuff. Uh yeah. So this is just me testing out a stream. And yeah, I'll probably won't do these kind of streams a lot. It's just me testing out the software. I'm using OBS and yeah, looking at how stuff goes. So I might rely on doing a lot more streams than just like videos and stuff. Because yeah, the kind of content I create can be like Emacs or like programming. Uh, it's more inclined towards interacting rather than just creating a video and like slapping on some music onto it. Uh, I mean, yeah, I think that's it for today. This was Raj. Thanks for tuning in. If you were like live into the stream, I don't know. I'm not monitoring the stats or anything like that. Uh, Still in loop, but yeah, that's it for today. Thanks.